everyone, today I'll be reviewing Knives Out, a glass onion mystery. This brand new Rian Johnson movie just dropped on Netflix. This movie came out in theater a couple of weeks ago and it was hugely successful. And of course, it's a Netflix movie. They keep their movie in theater only for 2 weeks. Now it is dropped on Netflix on December 22nd. And I do see this movie, it is doing okay on Netflix. And Netflix, before I go to my review, I do want to mention they paid $300 million for this movie just to get licensing. And like they don't own the first movie, like it's not on Netflix, but this one, I guess they own this movie. The next one coming out also, they own it. Now that I have seen this movie, what do I think about this movie? So this movie does have very impressive cast. Like when I saw the trailer, I was like, I definitely thought this movie looked interesting. As I was saying, some people are really excited to see this movie, including myself. Like on Netflix, this is the only movie they dropped for Christmas. So they're expecting this movie to be hit on Netflix. That is why I will say about this movie, I thought this movie was just okay. I don't know why critics are praising this movie up here. Although when audience will see this movie will not be clicking with audience because the first half an hour or 40 minutes in this movie is really drag, which is a very deal breaker in Netflix because people don't have that much time to sit around to get movie picked up. So this movie's first act is really drag. Like you feel when you watch it, you feel like you have seen this movie before recently, and that movie is called Murder on Nile. This movie quite similar like that plot wise or first act wise. But this movie did get very interesting once this murder happened here in this island. So this movie does have a lot of plot twist here and there, which some people will find it interesting and some people will find it, oh, you do see it coming. But overall, how this movie ended, the last act for this movie was really ridiculous. I was like, what just happened? Yeah. All these rich people are here on this island and they have this past with the particularly one character. Yeah, you do see it coming and all these people are so like this movie does have a huge all this actor. They're not a star or anything, like not, some of them are not very like Edward Norton or Kate Hudson, who cannot act in any movie. This movie has some of the actor, they are not a good actor at all. When you watch them, you are like, whoa, these are not. Although Catherine Hahn, she is a good actress and she is good in this movie, I will say. Again, all the stars are in this movie. None of them has a very good character arc, or none of them are likable, that you don't like any of them except one, that is called Dave Bautista. So I really like Dave Bautista in this movie because end of the day, his character is, I would say his character arc in this movie is, I guess you're supposed to like him. Also, he's good, his Dave Bautista, you really like him, especially the introduction for his character when his mom slaps him. He lives in his mom's basement. Oh, it was so funny. It's so good. I really liked Dave Bautista. I thought Daniel Craig character was okay in this movie. None of this character I really liked. Trying to say something nice here. So this movie does centers around Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe's acting in this movie, I would say it is okay. This movie does require her to do like a lot of stuff because this movie does centers around her character. Unfortunately, she is not that good actress. She's a singer, I think, and you can see sometimes she is not able to give a good performance. I feel like she is not as talented as what is this actress? She is from that movie Harriet. She did got an Oscar nomination for that movie. That she's not as talented as her. I feel like they should have taken her. She could have done better job because Janelle Monáe throughout the movie she had same expression. I was hoping she will do good, but I guess she is just a singer. She's not an actress. So many people will find her character, although her character is really interesting. She does plays very interesting character and she does looks amazing in this movie, honestly. I really like all her outfit. She looked amazing, but her acting isn't. Then again, she's not an actress, I think, or who knows. I'm glad she was in this movie. She did look great. So overall, this movie, I'm gonna say, it is just okay watch. I do feel like this movie will not click with the audience because audience will not like the way this movie was done. There is a lot of draggy scene and all this actor. None of them are likable. That is the problem. None of these characters are likable. Even Daniel Craig character is like, I don't know. I didn't like him in this movie, although he tried his best to do good job. But I think I like the only one character, Dave Bautista, and I thought this movie was okay. And I still think Netflix overpaid this movie. I don't see it if you're clicking with the people, and that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? Why are critics praising this movie so much? I thought it was okay. Then again, Rian Johnson movies are like that, he tried to do all this thing. I don't like his movie. I think I'm not a Rian Johnson fan. I hated this movie called The Last Jedi. Not that I hold any grudge against him, but this was just okay. And where's my thought on this? Let me know in the comment. What do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.